If you were to ask people today what they think when they hear the word king, what you might picture is pageantry, ceremonies, crowns, maybe a figure who's largely symbolic, a presence, yes, but not someone who shapes daily life. But when the New Testament speaks of Christ as king, it speaks of someone completely different. Not a figurehead, but the centre of the universe. Not a symbol of stability, but the source of stability itself. Hebrews chapter 1, which we had read just a moment ago, lifts our eyes to see Jesus as he truly is, the king above every king. In the opening verses, we read that God has spoken in many ways throughout history, but now he has spoken finally and fully through his Son. And that's the first thing to grasp tonight. Jesus is God's final and decisive word. If you want to know what God is like, you look at Jesus. He's not simply another prophet in a long line of messengers. He is the message. He is the radiance of God's glory, the exact representation of his being. The King who reveals God perfectly because he is God. And then Hebrews says he sustains all things by his powerful word. Think about that for a moment. Every breath that you take, even as you breathe now, as you're sitting there, every beat of your heart, every star burning in the sky as we look up when we leave here this evening, every atom holding together, all of it continues because Christ commands it to be so. Christ the King isn't just ruling from a distance, he is actively sustaining the universe as I speak now. The world carries on not because of human ingenuity or political stability or anything like that, but simply because Jesus wills it. Then we read this: after he had provided purification for sins, he sat down at the right hand of the Majesty in heaven. Jesus is the King who saves. Kings of old sent their people to die for them, didn't they? Some still do. Christ is the King who rather dies for his people. And because he's finished the work of salvation, because sin has been dealt with once and for all, he sits. His work is complete and his reign is established in that way. But the passage goes on, verses 7 to 12, contrast the angels, glorious as they are, with Jesus. Angels are described as winds and flames. Impressive, yes, but created beings doing God's bidding. In contrast, Jesus is addressed with the words, "Your throne, O God, will last forever and ever." His kingdom is eternal. His authority can never be overturned. And then Hebrews says that the heavens and the earth will wear out like a garment. So it seems to be happening, doesn't it? The heavens and the earth will wear out like a garment. Creation is not eternal in that sense, but Christ is. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. That truth is very precious. It's very precious in a shifting and changing world. Our culture changes quickly. Our circumstances change even faster than that. What was certain yesterday can feel fragile today. Maybe you're in that place now. But the reign of Jesus doesn't wobble. His throne is fixed in place. His word is secure. His kingdom can't be shaken. So what does it mean for us tonight that Jesus is King? Well, first, it means security. Your life is held in the hands of the one who sustains all things. Not part of your story is outside of his care. When life feels uncertain, when the future feels unclear, the King remains steady and he doesn't change. Second, it means surrender. If Christ is the eternal King, then he deserves more than just a little corner of our lives. He deserves our allegiance, our obedience, our worship. Being a Christian is not an add-on to the life we've built. It is handing over the crown of your life to the one who rightly owns it. And thirdly and finally, it means hope. The King who came to save is the King who will come again. His kingdom will not end. His justice will prevail. His peace will fill the earth. And every wrong will be put right under his rule. And so on Christ the King Sunday, we aren't simply celebrating a title. We are acknowledging a reality. Jesus is on the throne, and one day every eye will see him. So as we finish, hear again the words of Hebrews. Your throne, O God, will last forever and ever. You remain the same, and your years will never end. This is our King, the one who reigns, who saves, who speaks, and who holds the universe in his hands.